Hello, 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 hello. Hello, Yvette Sojourner here. Yvette Sojourner here. Welcome. Listen, if you haven't already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. How else is all this goodness going to be spread across the YouTubeverse and the interweb? This is a place and a space where luxury meets authenticity. Today, we are going to review my Geta. Yes, it has been a year and I cannot believe it has passed that quickly. I say that in every video that I do a review, but it is so true. It is time to share with you my thoughts on this bag. This is going to be really quick because there's not much to say about this bag. If you have not watched the unboxing, I highly recommend you finish this video first and then hop over and watch the reveal or the unboxing of this beautiful bag. This bag has been through. I love this bag. There is no other bag in my wardrobe that is even close to the style of this bag. This is a Hermes Geta. The inside is one humongous pocket. It has a slit here in the back and two slits here in the front, and that is all that is there. Then to close it, you hear that? I love that sound. I love that sound. So the bag's bottom is this metal format. All of this is metal. Now it has leather in it, as you can see, but it is metal. There are little tiny feet there that kind of support it. The thing about this bag, because of this metal frame, let me continue to show you. So the strap is canvas and you can see it's basically woven throughout. Then it is also adjustable, so you can adjust that to whatever length, if you're carrying it shoulder, if you're carrying it crossbody. Back to what I was originally saying. No, I'm getting ahead of myself. Since we're on the strap, I'm going to continue with the strap. Because the strap is canvas, you already know what I am going to say. When I'm wearing my natural coils, when my hair is in its fro state, I am very mindful about this strap. It is so thick and wider than my mini Evelyn because of the width of the strap. This is not as versatile or forgiving as my mini Evelyn, if that makes sense. So for instance, if I'm putting it on, that takes up a lot of space. There's not a lot to give, whereas the mini Evelyn is like only a fraction of the size of this. I am very mindful of that depending on what I'm wearing. The other thing about this strap is it does accumulate lint. I don't even know if you can see some of that on there. So I am also mindful of what I wear it with. So for instance, I'm not going to toss this particular bag on with my ivory cashmere sweaters. I'm just not, because of this collection of lint that is on there. Yeah, so easy for it to transfer. Now back to the frame. The frame is heavy. This is heavy. This bag is heavy. Without the frame, I can imagine it is not as heavy as it is with the frame. This is heavy. I mean, this is kind of sort of on the verge of being like a weapon. No, I'm just joking, but it is heavy. It is heavy. Because of that, I do not travel with this bag. Because I already have enough stuff that is weighing down my travel. I have enough stuff in my carry-on and my personal item. I don't need extra weight, and this adds some weight. It just does. If you have not seen this bag in person and you are able to locate one, go and check it out. Feel the weight of it. It is a heavy bag, at least heavier than the other bags that I have. It's really due to this metal frame here. And as you can see, look at that. Look at that. I nicked it. So wear and tear wise, how did I even nick this? I don't even know. I do not carry this bag like every day. That is not it. I rarely carry this bag at this point unless I'm wearing something that I really like. If I wore all black, oh my goodness, I would definitely toss this on because it's such a statement piece. Do you see the color, the bicolor? Like this brownish, reddish, maroon, I don't even know what to call this color, and this black, it is so beautiful. This is why I keep this bag. This is so retro. It just ticks all of the boxes. The other thing I will point out is, let me see if I can show you this. If you look at the side here, you see how the flap is kind of like pulling. It's no longer flush to the bag. I feel that is important to share with you, especially if you are interested. I don't even know if the Geta is still being made, if you can still get it from Hermes. I know on the pre-loved market it is available. To be honest with you, it was hard to find when it first came out altogether. It was just one of those items that just was not in stock. But now that I have it, I have to point that out because it is something to consider. If you are one of those very meticulous people who like things to be symmetrical, you may want to take that in consideration, especially if you get it pre-loved. It may already have started to pull away from the bag. The other thing I notice about this bag, and it hasn't happened frequently because I'm pretty good at how I put it on and putting it on a certain way so this doesn't happen. That is, if you put this bag down, you may forget which is the opening because the front and the back look so similar. But if you pull, of course, you realize it very, very quickly because the back is adhered to the bag, whereas the front, you know, the flap opens. So that is something to take into consideration with this bag. Listen, I've just jumped up in here going through all the thoughts in my head. I have not even followed my protocol, which is following the notes. I just wanted to share with you all the goodness. And I have to say, let me take a pause. Let me take a break. You know, I love talking to you and look at these notes to make sure that I am sharing everything I wanted to share with you. This is also on the bulkier side, if you see the width. I know if you carry a Kelly or a Birkin, you already have that in your mind, especially for instance the Kelly, because it is so structured and also depends on the leather you get. But because of this frame, this bag has no give. It is not forgiving at all. Whereas if you watch my mini Evelyn review, you'll see how forgiving that bag is. This bag is not that type of bag. The other thing I definitely should mention, and this goes back to travel. At one point, I wanted to travel with this bag, but I quickly opted not to because for one, it is heavy. But for another, when I attempted to nest this bag, I was incredibly mindful of the feet here. And I say that because they are metal. So when I went to put it inside, for instance, the Birkin, it nestles perfectly inside my Birkin 25. So I know for sure it will fit wonderfully in my Birkin 30. But because of this metal frame, I quickly put something underneath it so that it did not puncture or didn't cause an impression on the leather inside the bag. This is something to take into consideration if you nest your bags when you're traveling. If they have feet or something of this type that is heavier, you definitely want to make sure that you are laying something underneath it to protect it. Now, mind you, I did have it inside of its Hermes sleeve, which is the canvas bag it comes in. But that just was not enough when it came to wanting to protect the bag that I was nestling it inside of. So that is something to definitely take into consideration. But outside of that, as far as the year is concerned, besides the hardware and that little wear and tear, the canvas, the leather looks spectacular. This bag is in such beautiful, beautiful shape. The inside still looks pristine and wonderful. The flap is fabulous. This bag is definitely something that will remain in my wardrobe just because of the fact that it is so retro. It is so different. I refuse to let it go. I love this bag. I love this bag. But yes, that is it for this review. I love this bag. Definitely will not be getting rid of it. It was such a fabulous addition to my wardrobe. The color combination is just amazing. With that, the style of the bag, like I have not seen anything similar to this that Hermes has released. So I love this bag. As far as being discreet, unless you are a person who just knows Hermes, a lot of people are not going to be aware of the fact that this is an Hermes bag. I mean, not everyone has this bag at all. I have not seen a lot of them, and as of lately, they have just basically fallen off. I don't know what happened there, but this is definitely a beautiful, beautiful bag. If you have not heard the story of the Geta, done the research, I briefly talk about how this bag came about in the unboxing and the reveal. You should definitely check it out. Check out that video. But yeah, that is it. Another one of my favorite bags. It has been a year. Had to share with you the update on it. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time.